Hello, class 9. So, we had been studying about sales. Yes, today is the second day. So, sale, you know many things about sale. Yes. So, guys, as you can see, structure of sale. First of all, we will revise all the main topic. Yes. We will revise all the main topic. Then we will study the new topic. Okay. So, kids, look the picture of sale. Yes. Look the picture of sale carefully, and as you can see the picture, different parts of a sale. Yes, kids. So you can see different parts of a sale. So you tell the name of these parts. So you can see center part is nucleus. Yes, center part name is nucleus, and most outer part is cell membrane, and the outer part of nucleus is nuclear membrane. Can you see nucleus in purple color? Can you see endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum, can you see? Yes, kids. Endoplasmic reticulum is also the part of our cell, and centrioles. Yes, can you see the picture of centrioles? In nucleus, DNA occurs in the nucleus within the strand of chromatin. Yes. Cytoplasm, can you see the cytoplasm in orange color? Cytoplasm is a gel-like fluid which is inside the cell, in which all the different parts of cell float. Ribosome, can you see ribosome? Where is ribosome? Yes. Ribosome is that part where protein synthesis occur. Yes. Preparation of protein. Yes. So ribosomes are that site where proteins are synthesized. Okay. You can see the picture of nucleolus or nucleus, both are same. Okay. Lysosome, can you see lysosome in orange color, a ball, orange ball? Yes, it is also called suicidal behavior. Mitochondria, yes, can you see mitochondria? Where respiration takes place and energy is produced. Yes, mitochondria is the place where respiration occurs and energy is produced. Yes, that's why it is known as powerhouse. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse. Golgi apparatus, yes, can you see Golgi apparatus? Yes, these are the parts of our cell. Now let's see the introduction of cell, then we will see the type of cell. Okay, then we will see again the different organelles. Okay, let's move on the next point. Okay, so what is cell? Yes, what is cell? Cell is the fundamental unit of life. Cell is the fundamental unit of life, or you can say basic structural and functional unit of life. Yes, why do we call it basic structural and functional unit? Because all the function happens inside the cell. Yes. It is known as structural and functional unit of life because whole body is made up of cell. Our body is made up of cell, and all the function happens inside the cell. That's why it is known as, cell is known as the basic functional unit. Okay, so kids, cell is the functional unit of life. Cell is the structural and functional unit of, it is known as the structural and functional unit of life because whole body is made of it. It is known as fundamental unit of life. Yes, cell is the fundamental unit of life. Why? Because all function regulates inside the cell. Yes, all function regulates inside the cell. Inside the cell, all the function happens. Okay, like respiration, energy production, preparation of protein. All these function happening inside the cell. That's why it is known as fundamental unit of life. If you have not attended previous class, you can write now. Okay, I am giving you 10 seconds. I hope kids that you understood cell is the fundamental unit of life. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. It is known as the structural and functional unit of life because whole body is made up of cell. It is known as the fundamental unit of life because all function regulate inside. Now, let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. Now type of cell. There are two type of cell. On the basis of number of cell, we can divide the cell into two type. On the basis of present of cell, number of cell present in the body, we can divide. There are two type of cell: unicellular cell and multicellular cell. Uni means one, multi means many. It means unicellular means one cell, multicellular means many cells. There are different organisms, you know. There are different kind of organisms, and some organisms may have only one cell, and some organisms have many cells. So, like amoeba, paramecium have only one cell, and we human being have more than one cell, means many cells, uncountable. So we can say there are two type of organisms: unicellular organism and multicellular organisms. Okay, so some organisms are constituted by single cell. These organisms are called unicellular. Yes. So which organisms are known as unicellular organisms whose body is constituted by single cell? Yes, whose body is made up of single cell. So some organisms are constituted by single cell. These organisms are called unicellular, like amoeba, paramoium, or you can say paramecium. But there are many organisms which are multicellular. Some organisms are constituted by many cells. Yes, many cells. These are called multicellular organisms, like human being. Yes. So we are multicellular organisms because our body is made up of many organisms. Yes, many cells. Sorry, our body is made up of many cells. But the body of amoeba, paramoium, or you can say paramecium, their body is made up of single cell. So they are unicellular. Okay. So I hope that you understood the difference between unicellular and multicellular. Please write down. I am giving you few seconds if you have not attended previous class. So kids, there are two type of cells. On the basis of number of cells present in the body, we can divide organism into two categories: unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular are those whose body is made up of single cell, and multicellular are those whose body is made up of many cells. So unicellular, some organisms are constituted by single cell, some organisms are constituted by single cell. These organisms are called unicellular, amoeba and paramecium, and some organisms are constituted by many cells. These organisms are called multicellular. For example, human being, deer, cow, and buffalo, and many more. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. Now, next topic: cell consists of different organisms. You know, it's inside the cell there are many things present. Yes, there are different. There are different part of a cell. There are different part of cell, or you can say different things are present inside the cell which are known as organelles. Yes, different part of cell known as organelles. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 parts I have written means 9 organelles I have written. So there are different organelles present in cell. So we can say cell consists of different organelle. Cell consists of different organelle. Yes, you can see nucleus. Yes, nucleus is the center part. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse. Because why do we call it powerhouse? Because respiration and energy is produced here. Respiration takes place in mitochondria and energy is produced. Okay. And mitochondria, I think it is a plural word. Okay. Lysosome, yes, suicidal boy. Ribosome, yes, ribosome is the place where protein synthesis, protein preparation occurs. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, plastid, plastid is present in plant cell wall. Yes, cell wall is the outer part, Golgi apparatus. Yes. So these are the part. Okay. But remember, kids, some of the part are present in plant, some of the part are present in animal. Plastid, for example, plastid is present in plant. Plastid is not found in animal. Plastid is found in plant. Plastid is not found in animal. Okay. Nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, lysosome, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, plastid, cell wall, Golgi apparatus. These are the organelles. Organelles. Okay, we will use the word organelle. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, it's now again two type of cell. First of all, we divided cell on the basis of number of cell present in the body. Yes, unicellular, multicellular. Now that two category of cell on the basis of present of nucleus or absent of nucleus. Yes, on the basis of presence of nucleus or absence of nucleus, we can divide the cell into two categories. Cell is divided into two categories. So cell can be divided into two categories. First is prokaryotic, second is eukaryotic. Okay, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Okay, so first is prokaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell, on the basis of nucleus, we can say in prokaryotic cell, nucleus is absent. Yes, in prokaryotic cell, nucleus is absent, or well-defined nucleus is not present. Yes, either nucleus is absent or well-defined nucleus is not. It is simple in structure. It's in structure. Its structure is simple, and it contains chromosome. Single chromosome only found in prokaryotic. Yes, nucleus is absent and single chromosome is found only in prokaryotic. Yes, single chromosome means single chromosome is that chromosome are responsible for inheritance, the properties, characteristics that we get from our parents. And if we talk about the size of cell of prokaryotic, yes, what is this size of prokaryotic cell? What is the size of prokaryotic cell? Generally, its size is 1 to 10 micrometer. Generally, its size is 1 to 10 micrometer. Yes. So, prokaryotic cell, simple structure, nucleus is absent, size of the cell is generally small, 1 to 10 micrometer. Nucleus is absent or well-defined nucleus are not present. Okay. It was all about prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Second type of cell, second category is eukaryotic. Now let's study about the eukaryotic. Let's move on the next point. Okay. Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic is just opposite of prokaryotic. In prokaryotic, nucleus is absent or well-defined nucleus is not present. But in eukaryotic, nucleus is present. Yes, in eukaryotic nucleus is present or well defined nucleus are present. Okay. Prokaryotic, in prokaryotic the structure is not simple, but structure is simple. In prokaryotic, structure is simple structure of prokaryotic. But a eukaryotic structure is difficult, complex in structure. Eukaryotic cell is complex in structure. Prokaryotic cell is simple in structure. Eukaryotic cell is simple in structure. Prokaryotic cell is complex in structure. Okay. And if we talk about the size, then we can say that prokaryotic, if we talk about prokaryotic, the size of cell is generally 1 to 10 micrometer, but in eukaryotic the size of cell is generally 5 to 100 micrometer. Yes, the size of cell is 5 to 100 micrometer. Yes, size of cell is 5 to 100 micrometer, and nucleus is present in eukaryotic. So this is the difference. So in prokaryotic, well-defined nucleus are not present, simple in structure, it contains single chromosome, nucleus is absent, and size of cell is 1 to 10 micrometer. But in eukaryotic, well-defined nucleus is present, complex in structure, it contains more than one chromosome, nucleus is present, they are generally 5 to 100 micrometer. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's discuss the various shape of cell. Cells are found in various shape. Yes, cells are found in various shape. Yes, there are different type of shape of cell. So as you can see on the screen, the shape of cell. Yes, and you see, tell the name of different shape of cell. Tell me the name of different shape of cell. Yes. So round shape. Yes, cells are found in various shape, round, such as round shape, spherical shape, oval shape, spindle shape, branch shape, etc. Yes, there are various shape of cell, round shape, spherical shape, oval shape. Yes, branch shape. Okay, there are different shape of cell. You know, in previous class I showed you different shape of cell. I showed you sperm fed cell, blood cell is round cell, smooth muscle cell is actually spindle shape. Okay, blood cell is actually, you can say, round shape or oval shape, and I showed you branch cell, so different shape. Okay, we will see again some different shape. We will see different shape again. Okay, now we will discuss one by one the different organelles. As you can see, the different organelles. Let's begin with first organelle. First organelle name is nucleus. Yes, first organelle name is nucleus. So now let's study about the nucleus. Yes, kids. Cell organelles, nucleus. It is a very important organelle of the cell. It is very important organelle of the cell, as it regulates all the activity of cell. Yes, you can say that nucleus is the commander. Nucleus is the commander. Yes, because it regulates all the function. Nucleus is the center of the cell which regulates all the function. Nucleus is the center of the cell which regulates all the function. Okay, it is very important organelles of the cell. It is very important organelles of the cell. It is very important, organelles of the cell, as it regulates all the activities of the cell, as it regulates all the activities of cell. Okay, please write down. I am giving you few seconds, then we will study something more about nucleus. I hope that you understood, kid. Okay, now let me show you the picture of nucleus. Let's move on the next point. So kids, this is the enlarged picture of nucleus. As you can see clearly, the center part is a nucleus. Yes kids, the center part is a nucleus, and I already explained nucleus is actually the controller. Yes, nucleus works like a controller, and DNA is found in nucleus. DNA is found in nucleus. DNA occurs in the nucleus within strand of chromatin. Yes, chromosome is also found. The layer around the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane. Okay, or you can say, okay, I hope that you understood. Now let's move on to the next point. Okay kids, nucleolus. What is the meaning of nucleolus? It is the part of nuclear. It is known as the factory of ribosome. Yes, nucleolus is the part of nuclear. It is known as the factory of ribosome. Yes, factory of ribosome means it helps in protein synthesis of the body. Yes, it helps in protein synthesis of the body. Next is a chromosome. They are vehicle of the gene. Yes, gene which are responsible for the characteristic. Genes are carried by chromosome. They are vehicle of the gene. Chromosomes are the vehicles of the gene. Genes are carried by chromosome. Genes express our characteristics such as intelligence, complexion, height. Yes. You know, if your father height is more than you, suppose that if your father height is 6 meter, then may be possible your height also will be 6 meter. If your mother eyes color is brown, maybe your color may also be brown. It happens because of genes. It happens because of genes. So nucleolus, it is the part of nuclear. It is known as the factory of ribosome. It helps in protein synthesis of the body. They are the genes. Genes are created by chromosome. Genes, if we talk about chromosome, if we talk about chromosome actually are vehicle of genes. Genes are created by chromosome. Genes express our characteristics such as intelligence, complexion and height. Yes, color also depend on parents. Okay, so please write down. I am giving you few seconds. So kids, I hope that you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now look the picture. What is this? This is a nucleolus. Yes, this is the picture of Nucleolus. It is the part of nucleus. Yes, it is the part of nucleus. Hence, it is the part of nucleus. Nucleolus is the part of nucleus. So, it is known as the factory of ribosome. It is known as the factory of ribosome. And what is the function of nucleolus? What is the function of nucleolus? The function of nucleolus is to prepare protein. It is known as the factory of ribosome. It is known as the factory of ribosomes because ribosome, if we talk about ribosome, ribosome is the site where proteins are synthesized. So we can say nucleolus is the factory of ribosome. Okay, I hope that you understood. If you wish to draw the diagram, you can draw. I am giving you 10 seconds. The diagram is so simple. And look the shape. Nucleus is in round shape. Yes, kids? It is in round shape. But the shape, if we talk about the chromosome shape, chromosome shape is little bit different. Chromosome shape is little bit different. Let's see the shape of chromosome. Let's move on the next point. Okay kids, chromosome, as you can see the picture, is looking like X or looking like K. Chromosomes are the vehicle of gene. Yes, vehicle of gene. What is the work of vehicle? Vehicle transport any material. In the same way, genes are carried by chromosome. Genes are carried by chromosome. Genes are responsible for different characteristic of a daughter or son that we get from parents, or you can say chromosome are responsible. Okay, genes are found in chromosome and chromosome carry away the genes for the expressing our characteristic happens due to genes. So we can say chromosomes are the vehicle of genes. Genes are carried by chromosomes. Genes express our characteristics such as intelligence, complexion and height. Yes, your intelligence, complexion, height depend upon gene, because if your parents are intelligent, then you will also be intelligent. If your parents' height is not too big, if your parents are not tall, then may be possible that your height is not tall. It is possible or not possible. Okay, both conditions are because all the characteristic we don't get from our parents. Some characteristic is developed by our experience. Yes, am I right? If you want to draw, you can draw. If you don't want to draw, then it's your wish. But if you will draw, then it will be good. So I am giving you few seconds. Please write down. So, kids, I hope that you understood. Now we will study about ER. Let's move on the next point. Okay, next is endoplasmic reticulum. So, endoplasmic reticulum get next organelle of cell. Next organelle of cell is endoplasmic reticulum. So it is located around the nucleus of cell. Where is found in endoplasmic reticulum? It is located around the nucleus of cell. Yes, around the nucleus of. Look again the picture of cell, kids. You will find the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So it is located around the nucleus of the cell. They are large network-like structure. Yes. It looks like long tubule or round on a oblong vesicle. So what is the structure of endoplasmic reticulum? Long tubules or round. And there are two type of endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, there are two type of endoplasmic reticulum. First is a rough endoplasmic reticulum and second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. First is rough endoplasmic reticulum and second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER, SER. RER, SER. RER means rough endoplasmic reticulum, SER means smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Please write down, then we will discuss about that. So kids, where is endoplasmic reticulum located? Endoplasmic reticulum is located around the nucleus of cell. Yes, around the nucleus of cell. And they are large network like structure, okay? And it looks like long tubules, okay, or round. There are two type of reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum can be divided into two categories: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now let me show you the picture of endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, but before it, let's see the main function. Let's see the main function, then I will show you. Let's move on the next point. So kids, if we talk about the function of endoplasmic reticulum, main function of endoplasmic reticulum, as you can see, the main function of endoplasmic reticulum are detoxification of poisonous material and exchanging of material. Yes. So, it helps in exchanging of the material. Yes, kids. It helps in exchanging of the material, and it also do detoxification. Yes, it also do the detoxification. Do you know the meaning of detoxification, or can you guess what may be the meaning? What may be the meaning of detoxification? Removed poison from. Detoxification means remove poison from. Detoxification means remove poison from. So it remove poison. Detoxification of poisonous means removing poisonous material and exchanging of material. Yes. And if we talk about rough endoplasmic reticulum function, then rough endoplasmic reticulum is the site of protein and they are manufacture of protein. Yes. Rough endoplasmic reticulum manufacture the protein. It consists of many ribosomes. Yes. Rough endoplasmic reticulum consists of many ribosome, and we know the function of ribosome is to synthesis protein. So we can say rough endoplasmic reticulum manufacture protein. It consists of many ribosomes, so the surface is rough. And they named after rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, surface is rough and they named after rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, I hope you understood. Please write down. I'm giving you few seconds. So kids, I hope that you understood. Now let's see the picture of endoplasmic reticulum. Let's move on the next point. Yes, kids, this is the picture of endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, this is the picture of endoplasmic reticulum. As you can see, the center part is nucleus. Yes, you can see clearly. And look the shape of endoplasmic reticulum. Look the shape of endoplasmic reticulum. You can clearly see it is like spindle shape, and kids, you know that it is located around the nucleus. As you can see, where is it? You can see the nucleus in purple color. Can you see the picture of nucleus in purple color? Yes. And it is located just around the nucleus of cell. And how is it looking like? It is looking like the large network like structure, like long tubules. Yes, am I right? It is looking like long tubules, large network. And there are two type of endoplasmic reticulum. You already know, I already explained rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And I already explained the function of endoplasmic reticulum is detoxification of poisonous, or you can say detoxify poisonous, and exchanging the material. Yes, these are the function. And if we talk about the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum, then it's manufacture protein. Okay, now it's time to ask question from you. Let's move on the last point. Okay, it's question number 1. I have written only one question. Write a short note on ER, chromosomes and nucleus. Write a short note on nucleus, chromosome and ER. So these are the organelles. Yes. So what is nucleus? Nucleus is a very important organelle of the cell, as it regulates all the activities of the cell. It is the central part controller of cell. It is very important organelles of the cell. It regulates all the activities of the cell. It the controller of all the organelles. And you know, nucleolus is the part of nucleus. It is known as the factory of ribosome, and it helps in protein synthesis of the body. Next is chromosome. Chromosome are actually like tube-like structure, and they are vehicle of genes. Okay, and genes are carried by chromosome. Genes express the characteristics such as intelligence, complexion, height, color of skin, color of eyes, yes, sound, all these things. Okay. Last is endoplasmic reticulum. I already explained you about endoplasmic reticulum, but let me explain you last time. Endoplasmic reticulum, it is located around the nucleus of the cell. They are large network-like structure. It looks like long tubules or round on oblong beds, or you can say vesicle. There are two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. If we talk about the function of endoplasmic reticulum, then the main function of endoplasmic reticulum are detoxification of poisonous material and exchanging of material. Function of rough endoplasmic reticulum, if we talk about the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is the site of protein, and they are manufacture of protein. It consists of many ribosomes, and so the surface is rough, and they named after rough endoplasmic reticulum. I hope you understood. Now we'll study the remaining chapter in next class. Till then, bye bye.